is Brother Dedeji. Ọjà yìí bá ń fẹ́. All right. If you were given the opportunity to come for a master or a mistress in your parish or another parish, how would you feel? What would you do? What are the first things you would do? You're sending your requests. Okay. All right. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah, sir. I'm so sorry for the issue.
No problem. No, it's not your fault. Thank you so much for joining. Thanks for the time. Time is fast spent anyway. You're welcome to Social Masters, and God bless you for giving us your time to impact people. Yes, people really want to, learn from people that will bring up on this platform. So I know one of two things that you will be saying, you're able to get some ideas and motivation from you. God bless you. Yes, Sister Oluwatosin Osifeso. Yes, and your name Oluwatosindoz. I did D-O-Z. Yeah, first, how did that name come? That's your brand name.
Okay, first of all, hallelujah. Can you hear me very well, sir?
Yes, clearly. Yeah, good.
Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible enough.
Yeah, thank God. I apologize. All glory to God. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I don't take it for granted. Okay, for the name D-O-Z, it means daughter of Zion.
Okay.
D-O-Z. It's just an acronym for the name daughter of Zion. It's Oluwatosin. D-O-Z. Oluwatosin, daughter of Zion. Yeah.
Okay. That's the next one. That's a cool one. Okay, can you tell us about yourself? How did this music start? When did it start? Some people will say maybe from their mother's womb they have been singing anyway. So how did it start? How did it start music, to this stage? Tell us some story.
I actually didn't start early, but that's because I didn't know I had the talent early. So let's say from secondary school, but practically I started music when I was in school, University of Lagos, in student parish. That was when I joined the choir for the first time in my life. I hadn't been in any choir at all, funny enough. I've been singing just bathroom, people just hear me sing, even from my childhood. But on a higher setting, on a bigger setting, I started singing in school. Yeah, so that was when I graduated to, after school, after my university days, my service year. Then as I came back, the call was, I don't know how to really put it. But that was when I had that drive in me that I have to go into this music. And with the help of some other people, my husband, my then fiance, and a particular friend of mine, that was when I went to the studio and I recorded my first song. That was 2016. So officially, I started music in 2016. Yeah.
And that same year you recorded a track. So that same year you recorded the track. Wow.
Yes,
That's wonderful.
yes.
Okay. But most times many people would have been in music for many years, and when they will now do their first track after a lot of years. You understand? But your own was short, and I'm sure it's by the grace of God. Anyway, God bless you, my sister.
Amen.
Yes, and yes, I would like you to share your experiences and challenges during this period when you started this music. What were the challenges that you faced, and that people will also want to learn from? How did you win during this years?
There are still challenges till now. Let me start with that. I'm still facing a lot of challenges. But the first challenge for me was I didn't actually know how to go about it. That was the first challenge. That's why I said I thank God for my husband and my friends who helped me, and I got into the studio. I did a series. I'm actually doing a series on my album, on the making of the album. So I shared some stories about how it started for me, in that. So you can check it out later on my page. And I shared that as I started, then I went into the studio, I just recorded songs and everything, but I didn't know how to go about it. I didn't know how to put songs on platforms for people to listen to. I didn't even have any idea. But I just started, and little by little, I was able to know, okay, this is how we would go about it. And it persisted for years like that. So I was still learning. And the major challenge, aside finance, of course, finance is always the major, because there's we don't have anybody except God. So finance. Then secondly, it's still prevalent. The challenge is still prevalent. That's promotion. It's still directly involved with finance, because without money you can't really get your songs out there. But I'm grateful to God for lots of people that God has used me for, and God has used my music to bless, who also saw the need to do something about my music to help financially and all that. So I'm grateful for that. But the major challenges are the promotion and finance, which I'm still facing till now. But we are moving on to move.
Yes. I see that for most artists and music ministers, that has been and it's always a challenge. Promotion is even apart from the fact that there are many ways to promote your music, but if the finance is not there, you find that it's all like you have a song and your song is gathering digital dust somewhere, because many people won't be able to listen to your song, and which means that one will be impacting a little, your song will be impacting too little. So yes, from Maria voice, she's saying talent without money can be discouraging. True, that's true.
Very true.
Because to even put your video, you do a video now to promote it on maybe Google or social media, you need some funds, and even going to TV, a lot of funds, there. But I know God will always see us through if we rely on Him, because God He blesses us without any sorrow. Yes, you understand? Yes, I just have 234. She said finance is very important. Yes, sure. And that is why I also want to say that, please, as much as we choristers, we people see young artists that are coming up, let us support them. It's not only about, I'm not saying all about, okay, it's not only about okay, go and do it, you can do it, but the Bible says that faith without works is dead. There was a place in the Bible, he said someone was hungry and you said just go, without giving the person food. That's no activity. So there should be action. Yes, yes, there should be action. There should be action. God bless you. Brother Adedeji, thanks for joining. Adedeji Info, thanks for joining. Brother Adedeji is top. Do you know Brother Adedeji?
That name sounds familiar. He plays the guitar,
Okay.
right? Yeah.
Yes, that's him. Okay. Yes. We are honored to always have him on our platform, and we always appreciate the support every time, with information, to make us grow. Yes, God is in control for all artists out there that will need finances. God will bless us. Yes. What's your favorite genre of music?
That. Will I say I have a favorite? I love soul music. I love jazz.
Okay.
I love inspirational music. I can't say there's a particular one that I love, but I love soul music. It inspires me a lot because of the lyrics, most especially because I'm mostly about lyrics. Music for me is the lyrics, the power. So yeah, jazz because of the flow. I love all the inspirational music. I love folk music as well. This Yoruba songs that will inspire you. So yeah, those three. I love all genres of music, but those three in particular, sure. Let's just keep it that way.
Okay. And they show in your works anyway. That soul shows in your works, All right. Yes, from Oluwatosin, he said perhaps we should consider the possibility of starting or opening a recording and promotion company dedicated solely to gospel music. Yes. It's a good move. It's a good move.
That's true.
Move. Yes, a good move. It's a good one. Thank you for that contribution, sir. Yes, Sister Oluwatosin. Now,
Yes,
these your songs that you sing or any other song that you compose. How do you get your inspiration from? How do you get inspiration? Where do you get it from? How do you get inspired, to write your songs?
Okay, as I've been saying for a while, I get inspired by what I know, what I believe, and what I hear from God. So those three things. What God actually gives me the inspiration. So what I hear from Him is what gives me the drive, to write down the song and implement. And what I know as well, there's this clarity about some things that you have that will make you would spur you to write songs. And what I believe, what I know, and what I hear from God. So those three things, and it's evident for my music as well. My first song, which is Mufegbo, it's actually God inspired. I got it from the dream, the chorus. I've shared that severally. I got the chorus from my dream. And there's this other song, Ogbeni Nija. It was dependent on the situation of Nigeria at that time, 2020. It was really tough, and we really need God's intervention, for the nation and the world at large. It's still relevant till date. So those three things inspire me: what I know, what I believe, and what I hear from God.
Okay, what you know, what you believe, and what you hear from God.
Yes.
And I bet you those are critical things that we need to know as children of God too. If you really want to impact, you must be loaded. You understand? You can't give what you don't have. One of our sessions with Brother Oluwatosin said something that it is when a singer or a songwriter has more in his body or her body, they tend to write out great lyrics and great messages, So it means that you have to empower yourselves into information, and as you said, also God will direct you. God speaks to you in dreams, in visions, and you hear from God. You hear some content to share. Thank you so much. Yes. Now, considering that you are a female chorister, you're a member of. I'm sure you're a member of the choir, C.C.C. Akoka.
Definitely, proud member.
All right. That some music ministers, they don't join their choir, they just attend the parish. So that's why I'm asking that question. And that's why I want to say that now, based on your experience, what challenges do you think females or women face, as members of choir, of the choir, as music ministers? The stress and what do you think?
Okay, yeah, what I see is that it's not just the challenges. The challenges are not just prevalent among choir members, but women generally, the women folk, or the sisters in the church generally. There's this I don't know how to put it. There's this mindset that we have that the church is being run by the men, that ladies hardly have any impact. But it's actually not so. So we tend to see this as a challenge because we are not officiating as such like the men. So which is the challenge that is seen as, that's number one challenge. And secondly, in the aspect of, women have periods, they get pregnant, to give birth and all that. So those are challenges that women face in the church and in the choir as well. But I would say that these things should not really be challenges, because if we recognize our roles as women in the church, as sisters, it's actually more of behind the scene than outside there, being on the pulpit and all that. It's actually behind the scene. There are roles that God has given us, that we ought to discover and work with. Just as we have ranks in the church, we actually have positions that we occupy before God, which God has given us, just like our purpose, that we must work in this area, we must do this, must do that. We don't have to be at the forefront. And that's the challenge that most ladies go through. So it's my belief, actually, is that every sister, every woman should discover her purpose in God, first of all, and that will spur the person to do more in the house of God and even outside the church. So the challenges are basically those things I mentioned, like women who have to go through, who have to give birth, nurture their children, might be out of church for a while, during periods every month, we are out of church. Those things, we see them as challenges, but I still see them as our roles. There are roles that we have to play. Men cannot do what we do. Women play those roles. It's not really a challenge. If we see them as a challenge, then it's a challenge. But if we don't see them as a challenge, then it's not a challenge. What's important is that we should focus on our purpose and run with it. So that's what I think.
Okay. So all women should focus on their purpose, or their purpose, and run with it. Good. Nice one for all the females out there. That's good encouragement for them. Yes, from our brother and father, Oluwatosin, the circular recording, still on this music stuff, this promotion stuff, it's giving us some more tips and ideas. It's like the circular recording and promotion outfits out there would usually not consider supporting gospel artists. Yes. The primary reason being that they would most likely not make loads of money, of course. Yes, circular artists make more money. They bring more money to their, they become more ambassadors to many brands. They have many followers. So they bring them more money. So they wouldn't want to, really sign up or, give gospel artists much space. Yes, then also, in continuation, majority of all Christians only support our gospel artists by mouth only. Just as I said, it's not only about saying, go and do that album, you are good, you are very good, thumbs up. Well, you need to also invest, finance, give in some contributions, support to the ministry. We most times won't invest in buying the albums. We rather copy them from others. That's why, that's one challenge about people that, produce these CDs, I'm telling you, you produce. Okay, what do you think about that?
Yes, for me, I believe in teaching people, because we are actually more relaxed with the atmosphere of things as Christians, that this is secular, this is gospel. But actually music is music. Once you hear good stuff, you are listening to good stuff, and you can actually invest in it. It is until we teach people to know that, okay, this music now, when I first started, first of all, I remember then I used to start sending songs to people via WhatsApp and all that, send links. But then I discovered the distribution platforms. People have to learn how to stream. So I started using my WhatsApp platform and my Instagram, my social media, to teach people that you need to start streaming songs. That will also help artists. So I believe that there maybe the agencies, the artists as well, should also inform their fans that streaming, investing in music and all that is important. It's until some people are taught, some people don't know these things until you tell them. So I believe in teaching people, informing them that this is the right way. And for the part of the man that said gospel artists don't make loads of money, well, it's still part of the mindset, because once you get there, some concert. I attended a concert last month by a sister of mine, a member of our parish, Olayinka, in concert last month, and it was a paid event, and it was wonderful. Just 2 hours, and we enjoyed ourselves. So it is the quality that you see in that person that will make you want to invest in it. And finally, this segregation of gospel music, the gospel music in quotes, I've always had this thoughts that what makes a song gospel, it's about the message that you are dishing out. It's how you do it that matters. So I can do it in a way, just like we have hip hop, we have different genres of music, but you are still passing that message of gospel in it. So once let's say I do hip hop, and I have the gospel message in it. Once I organize the concert, nobody's going to be asking that is it gospel or is not gospel. You understand? So it's the mindsets that should be, improved upon with our information, with our teachings. So that's what I believe. Sure.
Okay, cool, nice one. So well, people should support artists with finances and also invest in buying their albums, not only copying. You understand? They should also stream, their music. Yes, they should also stream. Yes, what brother Shin was actually saying was talking of the agencies, music agencies now that are not only goes to that, majorly they have lots more that are into circular promotion. You understand? So the fact is that they make more money anyway. By
the sponsors that they have.
Yeah, for circular music, unlike gospel. However, gospel too, of course, gospel can be juju gospel, it can be jazz gospel, it can be R&B gospel, soul gospel. Gospel can be, it's the lyrics and the feel that makes it gospel anyway. God bless you for that.
Amen. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yes, okay. See from Mr. Shew, how many of us would pay to buy tickets and attend a concert? So still talking about the fact that the way we carry gospel, supporting ourselves in the gospel music, we support ourselves. The support is very low compared to what we do to the outside secular music. If you say attend the concert, pay some money, they'll tell you you say, how can I pay such money for to attend gospel concerts?
But they can, that's why.
Yes, but they can pay so much. You can buy ticket to watch Kids Daniel, and other people perform. You understand? All right. Afera, thanks for joining. Oshishion, thanks for joining. Yes. Thank you all for joining. God bless you. Mola, thanks for joining. Okay, that's awesome. Yes, I know that you have another program to attend. Just this final question before you move. Now, what is your word of encouragement for singers out there?
I didn't get that question, sir.
Okay, in fact, before you answer that question, let me take this question
Come
from
again, sir.
Brother. Yes, I'm going to come again. Yes, let me just take this comment, this last comment that's related to what we have been saying. He said, until when an artist starts to invest in their art, no one will invest in them. Yes, this is one point too that we need to talk about. If you don't invest in your own art too, they won't see you, they won't contribute, they won't invest. So just as you did your stuff, your music now, maybe we'll see that yes, this sister can do something good. So that's when they can now say, let me invest, or let me promote, let me support you. And that goes out to every artist out there. You know, you must do something. It is when you do something and they see, that's when they know that you are, you know, you are talented and you are really good to go. You understand? Okay, yes. Brother Shidi, thanks for joining. Amonara, thanks for joining. All right. Okay, good. Yes. Yes, the question I asked was that what is your word of encouragement? What is your advice for choristers out there that will, you know, what word of wisdom would you want to leave with them?
Okay, for every chorister, male and female, well, my advice is that, as I said earlier, discover your purpose in God. You know, that's the first thing. And as I used to say when I was in student parish, because I was privileged to be the assistant choir mistress then, twice. I used to say that the love of God in you will actually spur you to serve Him, to praise Him, to sing to Him. You know, once you have that love of God in you, it will spur you, and that is given by the Holy Spirit. So discover your purpose in God, first of all. Express the love of God that you have in you as given to you by the Holy Spirit. So don't be discouraged by anything you see, because there are always distractions here and there. There are distractions from amidst the choir. There are distractions from outside the choir and all that. But once you're focused that it is God you want to serve, you are not looking at anybody's face. You are not looking at the congregation. You are not looking at your fellow people. But you are focused on God. Your drive is to serve Him because you love Him, because you know that He loves you. You understand? So that's my advice. Discover yourself in God and express the love that you have, you know, for Him, to Him. Yeah.
All right. That's a good one for everyone out there. And once again, I want to say we really appreciate Sister Oluwatosin Osifeso, you know, for joining us. She has another program to, you know, to do in some few minutes time. That's where we are going to release her. Yes. Please, okay, Oluwatosin, can you talk about your songs and your, you know, the platform where we can get them?
Okay, yes. I released my album, my debut album this year in April, titled Melodies of Salem. It's available across all digital platforms. I have two videos. Two videos are there. It's a 13-track album. It's available on Audiomack, Spotify, YouTube, everywhere. Just search Oluwatosindoz, Melodies of Salem. You can check me out on my Instagram page as well for more information.
Okay.
Yes,
sir. Okay, good. It's a good one.
You.
Okay, nice. So, Sister Oluwatosin, yes, please, everyone should follow her on our Instagram handle. Follow Oluwatosindoz, daughter of Zion, on our Instagram handle. You get to learn more about our songs, and also share. Please share our songs, and you know, with family and friends. You understand? I'm sure that you know on Audiomack now, you can always share someone's song. So please, when you get to our page on Audiomack, follow her and share our songs, you know, to family and friends, and let them listen to it. I'm telling you that it's. I'm very happy with you for the fact that you said a 13-track album. That is a whole lot of songs. Wow, that is a whole lot of effort there, and God bless you and God will reward you and empower you more. So I please, from your Bowo and Awake, I can see that
it's actually Bowo, not Bowo.
What do you say?
It's actually Bowo, B-O-W, Bowo, not Bowo.
B-O-W. Okay,
Bowo.
it's B-O-W.
Bowo ni money. Bowo ni money. Kò lè mú mi dọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀. Bowo.
Okay.
Yes.
Bowo money. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So Bowo and and Awake. From those two songs, you know, we can expect what you have with on other songs there. So please, let's go and find out Melodies of Salem, and you know, listen to those tracks and also share with family and friends. So Sister Tosin, God bless you once more. You need to go. And I know that by the time if likely you meet us back, no problem. But I would like to call on some people so that we can discuss about this artist promotion, you know, finances, about, you know, in some. Yes, if you're true and you can still come back. I have some guests I will bring on. Like, we're going to talk about this. This challenge is something very painful, and we need to talk about it. What did you say?
Tonight?
Yes, after you leave. I don't know what time. No, now. When you leave for your program.
We can still go on. We can go on.
Okay, we can still go on.
We can still go on. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I have something I've asked somebody to help me out in case I come late. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yes. Okay, if that's the case, then let's do something. Let me bring in some people to, you know, ask some questions, you know, from you. Maybe they will have one or two things to ask. So please, feel free to call in requests so that we can ask some few questions from Sister Oluwatosin. Yes. And I also expect, I want Brother Taiwo Gwande and Brother Sheon too, Evangelist Sheon. In fact, don't let me see this. Is more than an evangelist. Is a Reverend Oluwatosin. Please, sir. My apologies. So please come up and ask Oluwatosindoz some questions. Afenra, I can see you. Thank you. Okay, are we there? Can you see me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Okay, yes. Okay, well done, sir. Good evening, sir.
How are you?
I'm good, sir.
It's been a while. Sorry,
yes, sir.
I'm not in my sultana.
No problem, sir.
I wasn't planning on coming live. I was just going to listen in. But good evening, my dear sister. God bless you.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Well, welcome. I got really excited and somewhat wound up by this topic around promotion and recording and promotion. And I just want to ask a question, a layman's question. When we say there are challenges in the place around promotion, are we saying that the radio stations, the TV stations, and the organizers of concerts and things like that would usually not support gospel artists? Is that what we're talking about here?
Yes.
That the radio stations, the TV stations will not support gospel artists? Are we aware that there are some Christian stations, TV and radio stations, even in Nigeria?
Yes, there's some Christian stations.
So the first question I want to ask is, how many of us have actually gone out to approach them? I used to attend a church several years ago, Christ and Love World, and they do have a recording studio and a promotion outfit. But they are very, very particular about the quality of the music and the gospel, if I put it that, the word we are sharing in music. I like what Sister Tosin said earlier on, that we will refer to it as gospel music, which means it's meant to share the gospel. But majority of us, especially of us in Celestial Church of Christ have not invested in ourselves, not just in money, monetary terms, in developing our own brand. This alujo that we do in church, Otikoba, most of us, this not everybody is interested in that. Okay, I wonder how many thought of, creating something, developing something, jazz, all the things out there, hip hop. I heard one day, I discovered that Daniel, because my niece was playing it. I loved the beats, I loved the arrangement, but I didn't get the wording. But I found my legs move because I enjoyed the beats and the rhythm. Now, question: if invested so much, it makes that something you will hear, and it will stay with you. At least the beat, if you don't know the words. When you look at all these things on Instagram these days, they ask people to sing along. Majority don't know the words of the songs, but they know the rhythm, they know the beats, and that is what they actually go for. Question is, how many of us are invested in ourselves so much that when we now churn out an album, is a hit already, the quality of it? Listen to quite a number, and then I got frustrated, even spending my money buying them, because I think to myself, did this person listen to their song first before releasing this album? So now, in terms of promotion as well, how many of us have thought of coming together to start off something? Don Jazzy didn't just start yesterday. If you go and study his history, he must have started off in a room somewhere, recording and promoting. We can lament all we like about the frustration in getting this promoter to touch our music, but until we do something, grab the bull by the horn, they will say, we won't get anywhere. You giggled when you were reading my comment about us starting our home recording and whatever.
Yes.
We don't need millions to do this. Do you know that? We just need a room somewhere with equipment and people who know what they're doing.
Sure.
Because I've seen a video of Don Jazzy in one of his studios, and I dare say that studio is not any bigger than this study that I'm sitting in now in my house. And that is where these songs come out from. So your living room, your lounge could be a studio where we start off from. But the question is, are we ready to invest our time in making sure that the quality of the songs we churn out is what people will be interested in out there? In terms of promotion, any C.C.C parishes are there in Nigeria, even worldwide? Have we thought of a network, even if we just stick to Celestial Church of Christ? The network within Sele, promotion within Sele, we can sell millions of albums should we decide to. We don't necessarily need these TV stations. We don't necessarily need these radio stations. When we are and we are made, they will come looking for us. Instead of us going begging right now, when we get ourselves to a particular level, they will come looking for us. So rather than, you might think it's a joke, but you could actually start something. There are 4 of us now on the screen that I can see. We can actually do something. And to be honest with you, it doesn't require millions. It just requires the attention and time to it. We might have, what's he talking about? It doesn't. Those that are actually recording companies today started off from somewhere. So tell me, am I missing a trick here? Do we need something magnanimous, something huge, humongous to start recording company, to record an album?
No, not really.
No.
Give about one. You're welcome.
Yeah, good.
So that means somewhere or a room somewhere, we could actually set it up at the recording studio.
True.
Do we actually need multi-million naira to do so?
Just need to start from somewhere, I believe.
We need to start from somewhere.
Exactly. So my comment on we could start our own outfit, I might not be part of it. Don't let it die. Don't let it die. Start something. Why our churches? I wonder about Celeste sometimes, and I love my church so much with all of my heart. most of these Pentecostal churches, they have their own recording outfits within their church, with their ministry. Why we have something like that in Sele? Does Ogudu Parish have space, a room that they can give us in Ogudu Parish? And all of us will pump our resources. Whoever has 20,000, whoever has 50,000, we pump it into, and we make it into a studio, and we start to record. But really, can't we do that? Can't we sit down, drop a proposal, approach all these so-called cathedrals? Do you have a room you can give? And we pump money into it. So I will stop there instead of me just rambling. Let's think about that. In terms of promotion, well, when I can play music from, let's say, Maria, or from my dear sister, I'd rather go look for Ron Kenoli and somebody else to play on my program, which is not something matters as well. So I have decided now that Orimi will be what I will play in Light in the Darkness as my opening song on my program. Because then people will start to hear it. If I have 70 people a week, 500, and in Orimi, people will hear the song and they will get interested in little things we can do in terms of promotion for ourselves, and not necessarily waiting on these guys out there who will not even touch your music if there's no obscenity in it. If you don't say it, guilty, they won't. Your video, there's no half naked video, they won't touch it, because that is what the Lord buys and invests in. So I will stop for now and let others. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Reverend Oluwatosin. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
I'll be Reverend. I don't want to be someone. Please, I don't want to be someone to leave me as brother.
Okay, sir, brother Oluwatosin, sir. Okay, leave about one. Thank you for joining. You can send it. Give us your comments.
Yeah. From my own perspective, with respect to promotion and how to get your music out there. I understand the challenge quite well, because I see what's even if, but there are quick wins that musical artists of nowadays need to be aware of. Apart from having a record label, which maybe is the traditional process where, like, you know, technology has made life easy, kind of, in quotes, in such a way that it still involves money, but not as much money as maybe going to radio stations, having to pay an OAP to. There are digital platforms that musical artists can go to, submit their songs, pay for promotion, and they get playlisted on those platforms, and you find out that there's a surge in the streams. And what usually happens is that music is very organic. So if, for instance, you pay on day one to get your music playlisted, despite the fact that you are paying for it, if the owners of those playlists realize that this is quality music, they can even leave the song there in perpetuity, because they know that it's going to drive traffic to their playlists, because it's quality. So it's the same logic that the likes of Audiomack, Boomplay follow. So, but the first thing is, as an artist, what I usually advise is, make sure you have your own team, no matter how small it is. Have your own team. So, meaning you have somebody who can go to war for you, in quotes. Meaning someone people who carry you on their head. And it means every time you have a song out, they are always networking, looking out for places to plug your music, places to send it to. You know, it's about having contacts. And there's this thing now that as an artist too, you also need to know that you need to start developing your own records of your fans. That's something that some of these artists do now. Even the well-known artists, like someone like Adekunle Gold. If Adekunle Gold is having a song, he's releasing a song today. He released 5 Star recently. I got an email. I mean, the day we received, because at some point I registered because I liked his music. If as an artist you are keeping a record of people who, whether you talk into a microphone or you sing proper, they will always go out for you. Like that's why you know, people, you have to have that fan base so that by the time you're already I was watching this Afrobeat thing, the documentary. So there was something that Bizu was saying about that. There's this party that they usually organize, Mainland Block Party, that usually when they, apart from maybe organizing the party, the email list, they also use it to promote artists. In that when a song is released, the first set of people that they send notifications to are those fans. So you need to also know your own people, so that it's your people that whether you cough into a microphone, like I said, would always, and like I also said, it's very generic, it's very organic. All you just need to do is Mr. A tells Mr. B, C, and it keeps moving, and that's how music. But so those quick wins like playlisting, getting, maybe using Facebook ads, those are ways to, one, improve, generate a lot of streams, also improve on your fan base. Because once you do it, that what you'll be doing is that apart from maybe people listening to your songs, they'll also be saving it. And once they are saving and following you, that means anytime you release another song, they would
get notification.
Become aware of it. So the life of an artist is tough, especially when there's no money, when there's no backer, but you can't give up. That's why I know Tosi personally, so that's why I always tell her she can't give up. You just need to keep on doing it. Keep on doing it until one day, because you know what you carry inside, you know the quality you have. And like he said, that some of the songs that maybe he got tired of some songs being Alujo and all that.
Yes.
Okay, I would recommend that you listen to Melodies of Salem, and you listen to the album, and I can assure you that you won't even tell me to reimburse you the money for your data, because it's an album that from track 1 to track 13, quality music, well written. You know there are the elements. Okay, maybe instrumentation, all those things, production from beginning to the end, the how well written it is and how well delivered. So everything was done, and thankfully she got a very good producer, someone who we can call world class. And it's so there was a quality album. So I'm sure you can, by the time you listen to it, you the only thing, like you said, is the promotion, and definitely at some point, like I said, we keeping on, and until something it would happen.
Okay. Thank you so much for your contribution. Yes, sir.
Can I quickly comment on his contribution? Thank you very much for that contribution. Very enlightening indeed. Now, I picked up something from what you've just said. I'm not into music in any way, shape, or form other than listening. And I picked up something from what you've said now, that the days of all these recording labels and that maybe perhaps things have evolved beyond that now. Okay. You did say something about, you know, people, whether people are easy, fast, quick wins, ways they could go about it. Now, why won't Celestial Choir Master, why don't you organize a symposium or something, a lecture or something, and bring this wonderful man and other people to come and teach us, to come and educate us? You know, the Bible says that man will continue to suffer. They will continue to darkness until they acquire, they garner knowledge. So some of these artists might be suffering because they don't even know that these platforms exist, and they don't even know how to get themselves on the platform. So this is something Celestial Choir Masters can do for us. Maybe we'll dedicate 1 week as this, in all these artists. We get people who are knowledgeable in this space. They come and educate us. Also on your platform, I checked the last time, you got quite a lot of followers, might not be up to hundreds of thousands. I would appreciate very much if our dear sister Tosin's album is on your platform, so that some of us that come on Celestial Choir Masters, we will also be aware that there's such an album. The same with Sister Maria also. And some of us too will put it on our pages. Form of promotion, isn't it? When we all start to do that, put it on our pages, our WhatsApp. I'm just very keen on finding ways where we can support ourselves and not necessarily wait for them out there to support us. How we can best.
Oh, okay, sir. We'll look into it. Thank you so much for the.
I agree with you, and that is why I'm also very particular about collaboration and people. It's all about the reposts, like you slightly said. Because if, for instance, I know somebody who knows somebody, I tell them about this, they also tell. That's how the social media works. So sometimes it's just about getting to people to, but sometimes you get I don't know, to repost is even stress for some people.
Yes,
and
yes.
you'll be wondering, it's just a repost. It doesn't remove anything from you, but unfortunately, human nature, you cannot control it, but you can only. One thing I always say is that despite the fact that somebody does not help you, doesn't mean you shouldn't ask for help. So if, for instance, you are drowning, you ask for help, it's now the prerogative of the person you're asking, requesting help from, to either help or not. If they help, it's for your good. If they don't help, somebody else would. But if you keep quiet and say, okay, because I went to Mr. A, I won't go to Mr. B, and Mr. A refused me, I won't go to Mr. B. You might not know that it might be Mr. B that will be the one that will open the doors. So you just need to keep trying, going into people's DMs, telling them, because you know what you carry. So as long as you know you have quality, definitely somebody out there would definitely help. And all it takes is that once it goes generic and becomes very viral, that's it.
I've just gone on Amazon Music. For some reason, it took me to the Italian website. Maybe because I've been doing some work on Italian language and all of that, and it's brought it up. Melodies of Salem, #1, Awake, Bowo, Restored, Come. So it's there on Amazon. I will follow you. I will follow you. I will do the bits that I can on Light in the Darkness. That I have about 400 people following now. Hopefully, out of the 400, and we'll also do our best to maybe pay Facebook as well to put out there. Let's do what we can. I might not have £1 million to give you now, but that little that I can do will go somewhere. And if we could all do that as well, but my attitude, my album, Kilo Come, why should I invest? Is in my album? But I feel personally, because gospel music is there to transform lives. People have listened to music and commit suicide because they've listened to music. I listened to Orimi, and the first day I heard it, I grabbed my head and I began to make some declarations as a result of it. And that is why we call this music gospel music, because it talks about the gospel of Jesus. So the way, what I would just say to everybody listening to it, support this as much as you can, because one way or the other, by support, you are also spreading the gospel. You know, you're also spreading the gospel. So you might never be on the town center or on the podium preaching. But when you send this, you know, Jesus said, you were there for me when I had clothing. You fed me when I was hungry. And the question was, when did I see you and I did all of this to you? And he said, but the time you did it to this one person and that other person, you have done it to me. So you would also be a partaker of spreading the gospel. And I hope at some point we will all come to that realization that it is our responsibility to spread the gospel and to even do so through music. I think that's all. I will go off now and let other people come on.
Okay, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
God bless you, Sister Tosin. God bless you. Real good. I'll listen to your music, I promise.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, leave about one. God bless you. I really appreciate your, your contribution. It has been long. You have not. I guess your chance.
The only reason I'm coming on is because you told me today. That's the only reason. I prefer to watch from afar, but
okay.
but you invited my person, so I said to try and honor the invitation.
My number one fan.
That's cool. Thank you so much,
Okay.
Boss Baby Abiki. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining.
Thank you.
I'll be watching.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Jonah Kinley here. Thanks for joining. Debis Jimmy, Surplus Stress. Yes, I have lots of people here right now. And thank you so much for joining the live session. All right. Are you pleasant official? TP Dolly. Yes. It's awesome. And just as they have added, we need to just this apart from the fact that we talked about streaming, that they should stream music, it helps the artist. Sharing music is one key factor that is very important. Family, please share. Friends, please share. You understand? If they can share, it's going to save us. Yes, share. Yes, instead of, let me say, I'm not saying that we should not invest in radio or TV or any other promotion, but you find that if we have lots of people sharing and reposting, it reduces the finance that you need.
Exactly.
On those channels. So if you're saying you're budgeting like 10 million in quote for TV, and you have lots of sharing and reposts, and it has gone viral already. So probably I'm sure that way you have reduced maybe like 5 million or lesser than that. You understand? So please, everyone out there, let's make it a responsibility that every close friend to us and people that really support their music, let's take it as it is ours.
Yeah.
Just as Evangelist Sheon said, he said something. He said, take it as if you are not on the pulpit, but it's an opportunity for you to evangelize, to preach the word. Let us share. Let us share this music, this track, this album. Let us share it to our friends and family. And from there, we are winning souls for Christ. Yes, from Asiko Media. Thank you for joining too, Femi Lunia. Asiko Media said, yes, I just listened to Bowo and Restored. Bowo, yes. I know Bowo, yes. Bowo, yes, depending on the Army Yoruba, Bowo is the same thing. So he said both songs are amazing. Yes, those songs. Yes, both songs are amazing. Colombian sister, who produced both songs. That's Eskiz. Am I right?
Yes, sir. I've responded. Yes.
Oh, you have responded, okay. Eskiz produced, he's a good producer, very solid one. Awesome producer out there too. Larry, cool, thanks for joining. Chief Professor Ezekiel, that's your hobby?
Yes, my husband.
Thanks for joining. Ella Freeze. Yes, Afiara, let me take you so we can move. Brother Chidi, God bless you, sir. Afiara is joining us shortly.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Brother me. Brother me. You Bomo.
Hey, can't hear.
Okay.
Oh, it's gone
Yes,
off.
yeah, I guess yes. Yes, you're going to go. David Ejo. Baba. I see you today. Toby, yes, thanks for joining. Fabulous Zico. Baba, thanks for your contribution. Yes. All right. Let me bring Afin once more. Or maybe it's I think there's noise in that, but let me just invite him. And if he won't be able to join, then he would reject the requests. All right. Yes, it has been a wonderful session with Sister Oluwatosin Osifeso, and we have really enlightened ourselves and all the things we need to do to promote other artists out there, including our sister. We have said a lot about it. You understand? Putting our music on platforms. If you are just starting music too, when you finish your recording, first is that those things that they said, which Bodle Baba one and Brother Oluwaseun said, your song must be quality, top notch, very good. That's the first thing about every song. You understand? So everybody should make sure and ensure that they work on producing quality music.
Definitely.
It's just like someone that want to sell a product and your product is not original, it's not authentic. It does not serve, it does not provide the satisfaction that is needed. And you're not crying that you're not selling. That's the first thing is that it must cater for the want, it must add value and create satisfaction. So if you can bring out good music, just as you have done, and my sister Maria Voice and other people out there too, then it becomes easy for other brands to even, in one way or the other, just promote you unconsciously. You understand? By the time you top the playlist, it is very good for an artist when you top the playlist.
Even following on those platforms like Audio Mac
Okay.
and the rest. Yes.
Can you hear me now?
The information when it comes out.
Okay. Yes, I think we can hear you.
All right. Good afternoon over there.
Yes.
Sister. Good afternoon, Oluwatosin.
Good afternoon, sir.
How do you do?
Very.
I'm sorry, Oga presenter. I am in a bus, but I feel I should drop my own contribution.
The voice is low. I mean, the voice is very low.
That's what I'm saying. I'm in a bus right now. I'm in a bus, but can you hear me better now?
Quite faint.
Faint. For me, I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So let me go on with my contribution. I am in the bus. That's why. Yeah. On the issue of a brother made one.
I cannot hear you clearly.
Struggling to hear as well.
But I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear a bit though.
Okay. Let's go on.
Okay. All right. So this is my comment, sir and ma. As gospel musicians, I believe we should understand the word itself. What gospel means? Gospel means good news, and there are different ways to spread the good news. And I believe that good news is just within Christianity. I for one, I had this discussion with a brother of mine, and that person told me, for what you carry, for you to express yourself, you should put your hand, 80%, if not all of it, should come out of your pocket. Then you can have a say. I remember you granted an interview on this platform, and I said for anybody who wants to push his music or wants to push our music, such a person must be okay financially. And if you know you cannot ask people for assistance, go get a job. I remember saying that because
Yes,
I know
yes,
some
yes.
of
You
us
said that.
we are some our who are big, our who are they ask. So, but until we realize that this thing is to propagate to propagate the good news. I mean, the money will not. Let us just forget about money first. Let us forget about money first. Gone are the days of we going to the studio, we going to pay radio presenters. It is what we can do on our phones. But you have just said it. Àwọn ẹlòmíì àrùn ní fún wọn láti post, àrùn ní fẹ́lòmíì láti present, láti post, àrùn ní fẹ́lòmíì láti share. It is a crime for another person to even like and comment on whatever you drop. And these are the same set of people that can pay up to $500 to go and watch the video, watch his Daniel, and watch any other person. And the person we are talking about is your close friend, or a Johnson, or the only to carry that you are supposed to be part of. But to post it will be a problem. When we put our own efforts, like Brother Shion said, these people that we are that we say they don't promote us will be the ones to come after us and come to meet us with, oh yeah, we want your music. Then we can then give them our terms. But when we put money first, then the money will not come.
Okay.
When we don't sacrifice, like let's say Galomit here, did you go not 200,000? I just want them to play my song. Nigerians, we are all smart. We don't want anybody to scam us, but we want to scam people. Boro wa sheri niyen. Nígbà tá fra. I'm sorry. So, Baba ní kẹ́lòmíì 100,000 wa kílódé lórí pa fẹ́ play on top waiting. But I can't tell you Oluwa lẹ́nu pé ìwọ nìkan náà ni wà á máa gbọ́ orin ìdílé.
Yes, network issue.
Oh my God.
But I got Afiara right. You know, he was talking about. Okay, it's there. He's talking about sacrifice that we need to, as artists, the sacrifice that we need to make. Yes, playing your own part. And it says something that for as artists, there should be a way that we can probably generate our own money too, our own income, so we can put it into our music. It's not easy, but at least bring out some resources from your own side too. Instead of waiting for everybody to invest their whole money in your music to some extent.
With you anyways, because going to the studio in the first place, it's a lot of money. So it starts with you. And even if you don't have anything else you're doing, you would have people who would go all out for you, just as Nibaba said. And for me, I thank God for my husband, people all around me, you know, because this is what I do. Actually, I don't have any other thing I'm doing. So it's not going to be that easy. But I've put in my, you know, everything I've got into this. So I know it's a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. As long as we persist and continue, by God's grace, we'll get to where God wants us to get to.
Amen. 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 All right. Yes. Once more, everyone that's joining, thank you for joining the session. And also, if you are late, you can anyone late right now that is just joining, you can still go back to our page, and the video will be there. and you can actually watch it again and share. Yes, Sister Oluwatosindoz, it has been wonderful having you on this session, and I pray that God bless you and also reward you more for this your works that you have done, and also provide for you, support you in the promotion, in Jesus' name. Yes. Yes. Let's play Oluwatosin's song, Awake, before we move. Yes, I'm sure you can. Please, Oluwatosin, also tell people about Celestial Choir Masters too.
Sure.
Can you hear me?
I've been posting on my WhatsApp and all that, so the people are already aware and doing that.
All right. Okay. Brother Shino, thanks for joining. Okay, Sister Tosin, it's wonderful. So God bless you. Please, everybody, follow Oluwatosindoz on Instagram. Listen to our songs, find our song, Melodies of Salem. Find our songs and download and listen. God bless you all. And thank you so much in regards to the house of God and your family. Have a wonderful time. Thank you so much. Yeah. All right.
Sing songs of victory. Awake, my soul. Awake, my soul. Of calling.
Awake by Oluwatosindoz. right, thank you so much for today. God bless you real good. Follow us on our pages. Your Master, please DM us. You have information to share. You want to share some resources with us, DM us. You like to go live with us, DM us also. God bless you. Thank you so much. And have a wonderful night rest. All right.